Welcome back. The Toronto Blue Jays will have to play at least one more game to advance to the American League Division Series.
3-2. In the left. Barger's out. He says that he's got it and then loses the ball.
The Jays jumped out to a 6-1 lead over the New York Yankees early in the game, but defensive errors opened the door for a comeback. Yankees star Aaron Judge tied the game with a 3-run homer, and New York never looked back, winning 9-6. Game 4 is in New York tonight. And finally, Adam finds out the story behind a tree in Victoria that instead of losing leaves this fall is growing ties. It's a simple idea that has now turned into a community tradition on tonight's Sawaski sign-off.
Over and under.
When it comes to tying ties,
Once you do this a couple of thousand times,
Bob Lamb doesn't really need a mirror.
you can do it in your sleep.
He first learned when he was little and mastered it after becoming a banker.
Wore a tie every day I worked for 60-odd years.
Bob also wore a tie that day he married his wife, Marnie.
He had to fit into a very conservative business role, but he was secretly a bit of a rebel.
When he wasn't conspiring with his co-workers to wear bow ties every Thursday, which earned him a nickname,
Bob, Bowtie Bob.
Bob was running the Boston Marathon in a suit and tie.
You can do it the hard way or you can do it the fun way.
When Bob retired, he gifted or donated many of the more than 50 ties he no longer needed, until a flowering tree that was pruned too hard left them with a bunch of bare branches.
So Bob came up with the idea of, let's hang a few ties on it. And then it just kind of blossomed from there.
Although there were few floral print ties in Bob's remaining collection, he and Marnie ensured the tree proliferated with plaids and paisleys and bloomed with bow ties all year round.
So the ties brought it back to life.
But then, thanks to strangers walking by, the tie tree took on a life of its own.
And all of a sudden, ties were appearing. People would stop by and I would encourage, just add to the collection.
They've ranged from other seniors celebrating retirement to a private school student marking her graduation.
It's been a source of joy just for us, but also people walking by. So I think the tree's happy.
And like this one tie Bob has kept, featuring the lyrics to John Lennon's Imagine, he hopes that all the people will someday join him.
To just share the love and the joy.
And realize that while some may see a tie as constricting, it can also blossom into something uniting. Adam Sawatsky, CTV News, Victoria.
Michael, that's all for sports, and with all the ties you got, you could do the same thing.
Yeah, you'd never catch me running the Boston Marathon with one like he did, that's for sure. So, busy night in sports. We've got Montreal, Toronto opening up the regular season for those two teams. Battle of Alberta, the Jays. How you feeling about that?
You know what? I'm feeling pretty confident. I don't think you feel as confident as I do about the Mariners.
No, the Mariners lost today. They blew a 3-0 lead and lost 9-4. All right, before we go, we should say with all the sports going on tonight, we've got Monday Night Football tomorrow night. It's the Eagles versus Giants, another yawner there. It's messing up my playoff pool, by the way, too. That is our newscast for tonight. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you tomorrow night after the game at 8 p.m. Good night.
Bye.